Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what makes you glow and radiate. Okay, please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to now show you your crystals. So for pile number 1, we have Citrine. For pile number 2, we have Rose Quartz. And for pile number 3, we have Amethyst. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one pile, you can pick 2 or all of them. Your intuition will always know best. You can also pause the video if you need more time, and if you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose the Citrine crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what makes you radiate and glow. So please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm now going to show you the rest of your cards, but you chose the card Golden Light Ray with love and laughter, receiving and giving gifts, as well as passionate projects. Okay, so the next cards we have are Joy, the next card we have is Undying Love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. The next card we have is the 8 of Coins, which is the 8 of Pentacles. The next card we have is the 10 of Pentacles. The next card we have is the 3 of Cups. The next card we have is the 3 of Wands. And lastly, for this tarot deck, we have the King of Cups. Okay, for your next cards, we have the Fool, we have the 6 of Pentacles, we have the Page of Wands, and lastly, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, my pile number 1s, now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly what makes you radiate and shine and glow, okay? So firstly, you chose the card Golden Light Ray with the Citrine crystal, okay? And this lets me know that a lot of you glow in your own beautiful ways, and I feel like it's more so that energy of joy, because we even have the Joy card. It's more so that energy of joy that makes you glow. Like a smile on your face looks really beautiful and just makes you glow and radiate and shine. When you're out having fun with your friends or just kind of celebrating with the 3 of Cups, you're glowing, you know what I mean? I feel like you are probably the types of people that really look your best when you're going out, even if you don't, put on a ton of makeup and do your hair all glamorous. Even if it's like a kind of natural look as we see here, you still radiate and glow in your own natural way. Natural beauty is what I'm picking up on very heavily, but some of you do like to, wear makeup and really go out and get dressed up. And that's, you glow and radiate in that too. And I'm picking up like the energy when you're outside in the day with your friends, or just outside in general, and you're having fun, and then the sun is kind of setting or the sun is out, there's this feeling of the sun making your face glow and radiate. Some of you like to wear highlighter, something I'm seeing, or like lip gloss. They're showing me lip gloss, your spirit guides. And it makes your face just so enhanced, if that makes sense. Some of you just love to really wear clothes that accentuate your natural beauty, and that just makes you glow. And I'm also seeing jewelry, like some of you wear jewelry and it really accentuates your skin tone, depending on what your skin tone is. Okay, I'm also picking up on nail polish, like some of you love to have beautiful nails and it makes you glow and radiate as well when you're just out and about. And for a lot of you, your hair, like for some of you, you have very curly hair like we see here and here, or for some of you, you know, you have hair that is kind of shiny or just really pretty, and like when you're in the sun it kind of shines, if that makes sense. For some of you like have darker hair, but then when you're in the sun it kind of goes a little bit brighter, if that makes sense. Or like, even if it's not darker hair, let's say you have, you know, a dirty blonde hair, and then you go out in the sun and it's like a lot blonder, if that makes sense. So that is something I'm seeing. I'm seeing those like glittery shiny things. I think it's things you put in your hair, so that's a specific message for some of you. Those like glittery shiny things you put in your hair, they're like almost like extensions, but I don't know what they're exactly called. I'm seeing for some of you like glittery makeup, eyeshadow, things like that. So take the physical message as they resonate, because, you know, everybody is different here. Everyone's fashion style is different. But I'm also seeing you look good in a lot of like sunset colors or hot pink colors is what I'm seeing, like, you know, yellows and oranges, like bright oranges or neon colors, or, you know, bright hot pinks, or just very vibrant colors is something I'm picking up on. Or perhaps that's just the color of your kind of aura, if you have like a yellow or orange aura for some of you, and that makes you glow and radiate even more. So I'm kind of just picking up on physical messages as we go along. But some of you really have a great sense of fashion style. With the King of Cups here, look at this man. He just really glows and radiates. And there's this feeling of some of you do your makeup in really creative ways, and it's just, it glows and radiates, and it's your own unique way of shining, if that makes sense. For some of you, you really glow and radiate when you are smiling, when you're laughing, and you know, you may get some people that just love to make you laugh, love to make you smile, love to be silly in front of you, just to see you smile and laugh. Because, you know, this woman is holding on to a baby. She's breastfeeding a baby here, but I had to cut out the image here because of YouTube regulations. But you know how when you are playing with a baby and the baby starts to laugh, and it's just such a beautiful energy. It's like a kind of energy of that laugh is contagious, and it actually becomes funny, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying people view you like a baby, but there's this energy of like, when you laugh, you have this childlike quality to you. Like, you see the world in magic still, because some people grow up I just got a notification. I'm going to take that as a confirmation. Some people grow up to be very much like adults, and then they forget the joys of life. They forget to see the magic, the beauty in life. And that's what makes you glow. The fact that you're able to have this kind of quality to you where yes, I take life seriously. I work hard still, on my goals and things I need to do, but I also make time for fun and for laughter and for seeing the magic and the beauty in the world. And that is a really beautiful quality to have that makes you really glow and shine and radiate, okay? Because I'm feeling the energy that you just have this playful, childlike quality to you. Like, I could be like, okay, let's go ride our bikes today, and you would be cool with it. Or I would be like, let's go on that slide there. Some adults wouldn't, or some, older teenagers wouldn't do that. But I feel like you have that quality to you. Like, you do something fun and adventurous with the Fool here. I feel like you're down for anything fun and adventurous, where it's like something new, or like travel. I feel like, people have so much fun just being around your presence, because you're able to see the magic and beauty in life. And I'm seeing that some of you really hype up the people around you. Like, I'm seeing someone take a picture of their friends and hype them up in a way, like going out and things like that. So that makes you glow and radiate and shine, because to hype up, other people is an amazing quality to have, because, we should appreciate the beauty in life and people more often, you know what I mean? And we don't always get that in the world. And yeah, I'm feeling like your smile, your laughter, some of you make really cute facial expressions when you laugh, or when you're just enjoying life, having fun. And that's what I'm seeing here. Some of you just have this energy to you, like you make certain facial expressions when you smile, like scrunch up your nose, or the way you smile is really beautiful, or laugh, like the sound of your laughter is really beautiful and it makes you glow. I'm seeing someone like laugh and put their head back. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing for some of you, like your skin glows, if that makes sense. So let's say, you love to moisturize your skin, or your skin is just naturally soft. And then when you're out, it's like your skin glows, not just your face. Your skin, it seems to be really glowy and hydrated. Or you just look very hydrated. Like, some people, you can look at their face and they just look very glowy and hydrated in some way. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. The number 16 is here twice. I wonder what that means. Let me just look at the meaning of it quickly. Oh, okay. It speaks about fresh starts, new beginnings, having a positive outlook for, the future. It also symbolizes your hard work being about to pay off in some way. So that's funny because it's opposite this card, which I'll explain in a moment. So that is what I'm seeing. It represents change and a sudden awakening or realization. It's also support and encouragement from the angels, and listening to your inner voice and inner wisdom. Okay, that's interesting. So perhaps what makes you glow and shine is your ability to have a positive outlook on life and the future, and to kind of always expect change in the world, or expect change, and like seeing the beauty in life, I guess, is what I'm seeing. Okay? And the fact that you work hard on your dreams. With this card here, we see the energy of Mother Gaia. And as she's breastfeeding the little baby that is, I don't know if it's Earth or just a little baby, her baby, there's this feeling of like plants growing around her. And she's in the sky with all the planets, and there's also planets here, so that's interesting. Perhaps with planets, for some of you this is a specific message, but for some of you, like, your astrology in your birth chart makes you glow and radiate more. So I'll just give you an example. I was telling my friend the other day, like, about her birth chart. Like, we were just looking at her birth chart, and then I saw she had like a Taurus rising, and I was like, no wonder you're so beautiful, because Taurus risings just look expensive, and you know, they're ruled by Venus, so they're really beautiful. And then she was like, yes, that's me. And then I was like, oh, you have a Libra North node. No wonder you're this way and this way and this way, and you're meant to like do this. And yeah, that's the energy I feel. So perhaps some of you have particular signs. It doesn't have to be those ones I mentioned. That was just an example. Perhaps some of you have particular signs in specific planets that really enhance or accentuate your glow, your beauty. Like, let's say you have Venus in a specific sign, because Venus is the planet of beauty and love, or your rising sign. Perhaps look at your rising sign online, because your rising sign is how, well, it's you, and how the world perceives you is something I've seen. I'm not an expert at astrology, but I know a little bit about it. And I'm also picking up Mars energy. I don't know why. Perhaps Mars. Oh, Mars can make you more physically attractive, in my opinion, because it deals with the planet of aggression, action, but also physical intimacy with people in that way. Okay, so I guess it can make you a lot more attractive, or just hot in some way. So yeah, for some of you, planets, or for some of you, you just really love planets. Like, you're really interested in astrology, the planets, the stars. For some of you, you look otherworldly in some way. Like, your look is so hard to find in the world, or you just look magical in some way, and that makes you glow and radiate. But yeah, I was speaking about the plants here, and then I kind of got distracted with that. So the feeling I get from here is, you know, when I was looking at this image of the plants growing around her as she's doing this, you know, since it's opposite the love card, undying love, I feel like what makes you really glow and radiate is your ability to give love to people, and it lasts for lifetimes, and it kind of, it's a forever type of love is what I'm feeling. And it makes, do you even see the plants in the background here, and how like she has a heart necklace here, and her aura just looks so pure. So that's, yeah, that's the energy I'm feeling. And I'm hearing this song by Erykah Badu. I can't remember what it's called, but it's some line in there. It's like, I just want to grow, something like that. So the love you give others, or the love you put into things, like, let's say you work on specific things with the 8 of coins here, like perhaps you do specific talents, hobbies, things. It's like whatever you put love into grows into something beautiful, where you can harvest those blessings, if that makes sense. And that is what makes you glow and radiate, but also your ability to grow within yourself, within your own self-love. When you give love to yourself, you grow as a person, and that makes you glow and radiate, as well as when you give love to others, you help them glow. You help them grow, I mean. Okay, so that's something I'm seeing. It's almost that feeling of everything I touch, I put magic in it, or I put like this feeling of love into it. You know what I mean? And with the 8 of coins, like, you're always working on yourself. You know, when I saw that image, I kind of saw spirit show me like a diamond in the making. You're like a diamond in the making, about to be formed into a diamond, is something I'm seeing. And then I was shown the Bratz movie. I've been watching a lot of Bratz lately. When I'm just kind of like tired, but yeah, like it was that fashion one. Let me just find it. It was Brat's Passion for Fashion Diamonds. Okay, that's interesting because I haven't watched that movie in years, since I was a kid, that one. And the fact that it says diamonds on it and I said diamond, that's so cool. Okay, but in that movie, basically they showed me the scene where it's a long like storyline, but basically towards the end they go to a fashion show, and someone kind of steals their fashion um, to try to sabotage them in some way. And then there was another woman in that show, like not in the show, in the movie. She didn't show up in the other movies, but she was in that movie, and there was like a song playing and then she's kind of like trying to work on everyone's clothes, trying to bedazzle everyone's clothes and make it like really glam, just normal casual clothes, make it really glam in a few minutes or a few they only had like a few minutes to do everything. And at the end of the fashion show, like everybody loved their looks. And that's the feeling I get from you, like whatever you work on, whether it's yourself, whether it's putting love into your talents, your gifts, your work, what you're passionate about with the Page of Wands, there's this energy of whatever you work on, even if it's within a short amount of time, you almost put like this energy of growth into it, this energy of love and magic into it, and that makes you glow and radiate. Even if it's love you're putting into yourself. And I just got a notification. Interesting. Perhaps the notifications are like confirmation. But also, since I got 2 notifications during your reading, perhaps there's this energy of a lot of people like you. We were speaking about work. You may have that energy of like, you release something or put something out there and everybody wants it, or you are maybe that type of person that everybody wants to see, everyone wants to message. Even if you don't get a lot of messages, it's like that feeling of everybody wants to be around you and in your circle, or kind of like buy things from you, or kind of support your talents or your gifts in some type of way. Because whatever you work on, whether it's yourself or a talent or gift or work, there's this feeling of you really make it grow into something beautiful. The love you put into it. And what makes you really glow and radiate is your ability to kind of see life from a beautiful perspective. You treat everyone like family. You treat your friends like family. I'm picking up the type of friends that are going to be the best to, go on holiday with, or just plan things with, plan fun things with, because you're really reliable and maybe not structured in the way that you're so structured, but there's this feeling of you're reliable. If someone says, we're planning this, you are going to make it, you know what I mean? And you're not going to ditch and bail on them. That's a feeling I get. So you're really reliable when, people plan fun things and people really get excited to see you. And that's, when you really glow and radiate. When you're around people you love and family members and friends and just people that love you and see how much you glow and radiate too. People that see the beauty in you the same way that you see the beauty in the world. What makes you glow and radiate is your ability to stay calm, even within chaos, even within just this kind of sea storm energy as we see here, and kind of work your way through it with the 7 of Pentacles. What makes you really glow and radiate is your ability to see life from this playful perspective, but also just be very playful and fun and passionate about life with the Page of Wands, and the fact that you're also really generous with the people you love with the Six of Pentacles, and the fact that you're really fun to just go and try new things with the Fool card. You're really fun and adventurous to be around. You're like that energy of the sun rising, and when the sun rises, everything's beautiful. The birds are coming out. It feels like a brand new day, and that's how your energy feels, my pile number ones. So that was your reading. I really hope that this resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this rose quartz crystal, this reading is for you. We're really going to be taking a look at how you glow and radiate, okay? You chose the card Energy Medicine with sensuality, devotion, celestial fertility, and deep rest. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards, but please be aware this is a general reading, to only take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, for your cards, we have Shame. So this is not a bad card. I'll speak about it in a moment. Especially since it's next to Energy Medicine, showing me you're healing this. Okay, we have Green Tarot with Start Delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. Okay, interesting. The next card we have is the Ace of Coins, which is the Ace of Pentacles. The next card we have is the Seven of Wands. We have the Tower. We have the Moon. And lastly, for this tarot deck, we have the World card. For our next tarot deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. Next, we have the Knight of Cups. Next we have the Nine of Cups. And lastly we have the King of Cups. Okay, my pile number twos. Now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly what makes you glow and radiate, okay? So firstly, I want to say, in terms of physical traits, I see that a lot of you just take the physical traits as they resonate, because everyone's different in their fashion style, in the way they dress, in their appearance, so take it as it resonates. But I'm seeing in your physical traits, a lot of you love to, you know, wear makeup and really wear vibrant colors, or just colors that normally people wouldn't expect you to wear in some type of way. Like, you're very authentic with the way you express yourself, with your makeup, with your clothes, with the way you dress. And there's this kind of feeling of, you may love to just shine when you dress up, and when you really go out and have fun. And that's the feeling I get. Like, there's some people that will say it's overdressed, but you really kind of steal the spotlight, is something I'm seeing, and that makes you glow and radiate, because the energy is reminding me of a video I watched last night on Reels, and it was like, I walked into that place, that event, and I kind of just showed off my outfit, and I flipped my hair, and then I walked over to the group of people I knew. And then she said that one person there said, why do you always do that, like as if everyone's watching you? And then the rest of the group started agreeing with that one lady. And then she said, back to them, you know, sounds like you are watching. So there's this feeling of her also saying like, don't be afraid to overdress, don't be afraid to really stand out and, you know, kind of show how gorgeous you are as a person, or how handsome you are as a person. So I feel like perhaps you're that type of person that kind of has all eyes on you when you're going out or when you're out in public. Just, I feel like you're the best dressed in some type of way. Like your fashion style really just accentuates the way you look. Or some of you love to just wear clothes that, I wouldn't say are overdressed, but are just kind of like out there, and nobody else would dare to wear that because they don't want to be overdressed, if that makes sense. So I'm seeing like glittery dresses or just kind of items of clothing that are kind of like one of a kind, unique kind of energy. Even with this outfit here, it's so pretty. Like, that's the feeling I'm talking about. I feel like Queen King energy from you, my pal number twos. Like, people really see you as, they put you on a pedestal, if that makes sense. And you may not see some of the traits I mentioned in yourself, but I'm seeing it within your reading, okay? Of what makes you glow and radiate. So you really give off this energy of like royalty, if that makes sense, because there's this feeling of people really putting you on a pedestal, is what I'm seeing. Some of you have really cute noses, is something I'm seeing as well. And your eyes, like some of you are really dreamy in your eyes, like the way you look at things or just people. When you're in your own little world, your eyes are kind of dreamy, is something I'm picking up on. For some of you, your eyebrows are really pretty and stand out. And nails, like nails are something I'm picking up on. Your fashion style is on point. I'm seeing some of you, the way you do your makeup and hair really stands out and makes you glow. Because for some of you, like I'm seeing, you know, when you do your makeup and then you put on concealer and you put on, what's the word? Now all of a sudden I can't think. Contour, yes, you know, and you blend it all in and it makes your skin look perfect. And then you put like sometimes, you know, we put on blush over that, or we put on baking powder over that and we wipe it away, and then we sometimes put highlighter on that. I'm picking up like your makeup really looks good on you. Like if you ever do glam looks, people really love your glam looks, or you know, the way you do your makeup. If you ever contour and highlight your face, or maybe even your face just has that natural kind of contrast to it, even if you don't wear makeup, where it looks like you're wearing highlighter and contour on your face, if that makes sense. And I'm picking up like darker lipstick colors as well, look really good on some of you. But also like reds, because red is showing up a lot here. Oranges, pinks, because there's a lot of pink here. So that's something there. For some of you, your tattoos look really good on you and they make you glow and radiate. Because this card has tattoos, this card has tattoos. So that's very cool. And for some of you, I'm picking up your voices make you glow and radiate, because when people speak to you, your voice is either really sexy, or your voice is really calming and soothing, or your voice just sounds very delicate and beautiful. There's something about your voice that really makes you glow and shine even more, okay? And also, like when you, with your voice, I feel like you speak with kind words to people, and that makes you glow and radiate even more. But when you do speak up for yourself and you set boundaries for yourself, it makes you glow and radiate even more because of the self-love you have for yourself since you chose the rose quartz crystal, okay? You know, with the shame card, I'm feeling like what really makes you glow and radiate. I've had this in readings before, but I feel like since the energy medicine card is here, I think I did a reading on this, like with this card in it, a few months ago, or a month ago. No, like a month ago. I can't remember what reading it was, but it showed up. So that shows that whoever watched that reading, if you remember, if you're not new here, then perhaps you have been healing that since that reading, because we have the energy medicine card. But if you're new to the channel, then this message also still applies to you, where you're healing the shame associated with really shining and glowing and putting yourself out there, okay? Because she was, I think, I can't really remember the story of her, but she was kind of misconcepted as a person because she's really beautiful, you know what I mean? And she has like these peacock feather hat thing on her, and she's wearing like red, and there's an orange glow behind her. She really represents that energy of sensuality, and we also see that here. So perhaps some of you look really sensual, or you look really hot, and I mean, we even see a woman in lingerie here. So there's this feeling of you really look that way, even if you don't see yourself that way. Or for some of you, your bodies are really good looking, things like that, and people naturally just feel very attracted to you in that way. Even if you don't try to dress that way, people just naturally feel attracted to you in that way. But she was kind of made to be a monster. I think she was a Caribbean goddess. I'm not quite sure. No, she was a Taino moon goddess, Atabi, but they distorted her into a shadow monster with long, scary this chest area that contained milk of poison. Okay, so you know, they distorted her image of someone that is very much representing that energy of fertility, like a moon goddess. You know, that energy of female divinity and creation, and they distorted it into something bad and scary, you know what I mean? Because I don't think she's a monster. She looks so gorgeous, you know what I mean? But because they didn't understand her, they made her that way. So with that message, I think I said something about shame keeps you small and hiding. Accept yourself now, for you're a bright light. Allow yourself to see who you really are and uncover who you are without the distortion of what others have projected onto you. Don't be ashamed, because even your flaws make you beautiful. So the message I see here is the things you think are your flaws are really like what makes you glow and radiate and shine. Okay, and since you chose the rose quartz, you know, you've been starting to love yourself more. You've been starting to devote yourself to yourself and seeing the beauty in yourself. And that is what I'm seeing that makes you glow even more. You know, people may have projected onto you so that you don't shine as much, because there's this feeling of you really shine as a person and you really glow as a person. And they may have felt, you know, a little bit intimidated by you because you're just really beautiful and handsome, okay? And there's this energy of like people projecting onto you, trying to make you insecure in yourself when you really just glow and radiate and shine, and you almost starting to believe their lies, or believe the lies of what society has told you should look like. So whatever you perceive to be a flaw and whatever you're shameful about yourself is what people really love about you, is what people really find hot, sexy, appealing about you, okay? Is what people really find you to glow in, okay? So like, let's say example, you hate the way your body looks, but now you realize that body standards aren't healthy, because all bodies are beautiful. And then you realize that people often compliment you on your body, but you never saw your body that way. Or let's say you didn't like your hair, the way your hair looked, and now people start to compliment you on your hair, and you realize that in the past maybe people just projected onto you. Or let's say let's use that dressing up and shining thing. Let's say you really love to dress up and shine, and people used to say to you, why are you so dressed up? And now you go out and do it, and they really love it. There's this feeling of whatever you're insecure about is what really makes you glow and shine and radiate. It's what other people see as the magic in you, okay, my pile number 2s? So you starting to love yourself and love those parts of yourself that you're kind of shameful of and kind of insecure of, allows yourself to really go back out of this cave and shine again. You know what I mean? Going back in the cave can make us just hide ourselves and feel small and hide ourselves, you know what I mean? But allow yourself to really let others see who you are and let others admire you for whatever makes you stand out as a person, because I feel like whatever you have maybe felt insecure about yourself for is exactly what people find what you glow, okay? And there's this feeling of I just got a notification that's like, I'm full of love, light, and good vibrations. That's for you, my pile number 2s. I sometimes get like these little reminders of affirmations. And when they come out in my readings, it's for you. So now with this message, there's no way to really stand out and not have rejection, criticism, or judgment, because you're not for everyone, my pile number 2s. And if everybody likes you, you're not being you, okay? And some people just choose to project on what they think is beautiful, okay? So if someone's projecting their own insecurities onto you, fight it off, like we see in the 7 of Wands, because there's this energy of like you really taking back your power by loving yourself more and allowing yourself to go out there and shine and just take up space, okay? It's the love you're giving yourself, the self-love you're giving yourself is energy medicine. It's healing. You looking at yourself in the mirror and appreciating even the parts of yourself that you were once insecure of is an energy healing. It's energy medicine. You being able to dress up and not cover up parts of yourself and really let those parts shine is energy medicine. You being comfortable in your sensuality is energy medicine. And I feel like you, my pile number 2s, have very healing energy, but whatever you put love into since you chose the rose quartz really heals that energy. So if you put love into other people, it heals them, but if you put love into yourself as well, it heals yourself, if that makes sense, because your energy is healing in some type of way. And also when people are with you in an intimate way, they do receive some kind of healing if love is really given in that moment. So that is kind of what makes you glow and radiate. As I said, the parts of yourself you're kind of wanting to keep small and hiding from are the parts of yourself that really make you glow and radiate, as well as the love you're starting to put into yourself. The healing you're starting to do on your self-image is making you glow and radiate even more, because when we love ourselves and we treat ourselves good, think of our body as like, our body is full of water, and there was some kind of test they did on water some kind of science thing they did on water, where they saw if they spoke bad words to the water, it would go into really ugly shapes and just look very distorted. But when we spoke kind words to the water, it really went into these beautiful shapes and beautiful kind of energies. So it's almost like when you speak kind, loving words to yourself, you become even more beautiful, even more handsome, even more glowy and radiant. Okay, my pile number 2s. I'm seeing a watermelon in your reading, and watermelons symbolize fertility, intellect, and happiness. So isn't that cool that that's coming out in your reading? Okay, that I'm seeing that with Green Tara here, she is a really peaceful, healing energy, if I'm not mistaken. She represents healing and longevity. And she also was believed to be incarnated as a princess, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know much about her, but her energy feels really peaceful. And since it represents healing, that's another synchronicity in your reading. Okay, your energy is really peaceful, really kind, really loving, really compassionate to others, and that makes you glow and radiate, my pile number 2s. Your ability to give a deep love to others and yourself. Okay, but there's this feeling of you're currently healing. I see the 7 of Wands and the Tower, healing traumas associated with self-worth and shame in your subconscious mind with the Moon card. And you're doing great. You're about to end the cycle of shame in your life, of keeping small, of hiding, and then you're really going to come out of your shell and radiate and shine and take up space, is what I'm seeing in your cards. And then you're going to glow even more. I'm hearing a song by Erykah Badu, I'm an Orange Moon. So that's really interesting because she speaks about her being an orange moon and she shines so bright, but also like people projecting onto her. So that's very interesting. But there's this feeling of what makes you really glow and radiate as well is your ability to really sit with your emotions with the Moon card, really feel your emotions deeply and not run from them or hide from them, and face those emotions and heal them, is what I'm seeing, as well as your ability to intuitively see the things that are changing in your life, if that makes sense, since it's next to the World card. I think you can intuitively see when change is about to happen, or when I think you can just intuitively see things. I can't really get this energy much, but the feeling I'm getting is like you're starting to now end these cycles of shame and hiding yourself and keeping yourself small so that you can really shine out and be your most confident self. Okay, so you're doing a lot of healing on your self-worth, on your self-image, and the more love you put into yourself, the more you glow and radiate, my pile number 2s. And I'm seeing what makes you also glow and radiate is you're really charming, you're really I feel like you're this hopeless romantic energy and people really just want to give to you in love. Like I'm seeing that people kind of just fall in love with your beautiful traits. Even if it's just in a friendship way, there's this feeling of people falling in love with your beautiful traits. And you really connect to people on a deep emotional level, is something I'm picking up on within your cards. But also when you speak to people, it's just all the parts of yourself glow and radiate, and people can see that. Just like that song, I'm an Orange Moon. And there's this feeling of you also really analyzing the things that have hurt you in the past that you've been too afraid to look at before. Analyzing it now, seeing where it come from, seeing the root of it and healing it. And the more you do that healing on your self-worth, the more you glow and radiate and shine out with your energy even more. And you're no longer hiding and fearful of taking up space and letting yourself be seen and admired and appreciated, okay? And that's going to make you glow and radiate even more in the future energies, is what I'm seeing. I just feel like people love to stare at you. There's this energy of like, Spirit is showing me, you know, in the olden days when people couldn't take pictures, but then they'd stand there and then people would like paint them, things like that. So it's like you have that kind of beauty or handsomeness or glow to you, because you also chose the rose quartz crystal. Rose quartz is also that energy of beauty. You're really beautiful, my pile number 2s, but I think you're starting to see that in yourself, and there's this feeling of like people almost want to paint you or just take pictures of you because you're so beautiful. But like people, I don't mean it in a literal way, but people love to just stare at you and take a mental picture of you because you just look very attractive and you glow and you radiate in your own way, and it's your aura, it's your personality that shines through, it's also your looks. But I think now that you're taking that opportunity to love yourself more and put that healing energy into yourself and see the beautiful traits of yourself, you know, you were once a rock that was seen and people walked past it, is what Spirit is showing me. And you know, everyone walked past this rock and nobody appreciated it, nobody loved it, people even kicked it over. And now some person came and looked at it and said, this rock looks interesting, let me take something and open it up. And they open it up and inside is a beautiful geode. And I feel like that's you. Once you recognize the, you know, geode energy inside yourself, the beautiful crystals inside of yourself and the beauty within yourself, others start to notice it too. And nobody can overlook it, because on the outside it just looked like a rock, but now we see it's a beautiful geode that is shiny. And there's this energy of before they couldn't see that beauty because they weren't going to appreciate it, if that makes sense. But now that you honor yourself and you love yourself enough to cut people out of your life that aren't good for you, and focus on your own healing journey, there's this energy of you really glowing and shining as a person, my pile number 2. So that was your reading. I really hope that this resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this amethyst crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what makes you glow and radiate, okay? So you chose the card Antakarana. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It says crossing the rainbow bridge, resurrection, and coming full circle. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards, but before I do, please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest. So the next card we have is feeling safe. Interesting. Going to add the next cards. Cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. We have the Sun card. We have the Star card. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Strength card. And lastly, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, my pile number 3s. Now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly what makes you glow and radiate. Okay, so first off, when I laid down your amethyst crystal, I was hearing your spirit guides play me the sound of a seal, like a seal clapping its hands and laughing. I don't know what sound it makes, but it makes that specific sound when it's like playful and everything. So I went to Google it, and it says the seal meaning and symbolism includes care, protection, curiosity, efficiency, opportunity, psychic abilities, and other special qualities. But to me, I was also thinking when I put down the amethyst crystal, I didn't choose that crystal. My boyfriend chose the crystals today, but I thought this must be a very intuitive pile because we have purple and purple, and that wasn't planned with me. You know what I mean? So this must be a very intuitive pile. And then seeing that like message come through of me hearing a seal clapping its hands, and it says psychic abilities, that is the definite sign. Some of you have a very intuitive nature. Some of you connect to the earthly realms, but also the spiritual realms, as we see in the star card. And you can connect to both realms. And there's this feeling of, even the lavender in the background is purple. I must go look at, I think this is lavender. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's this energy of you being really intuitive and really connecting with that energy of the moon with the cycles and rhythms card. The moon isn't always full, but the moon is always glowy and beautiful and radiant. And I feel like that's you, my pile number 3s, because, you don't always feel your best, but you honor yourself and your energy levels and your emotions, and that is what makes you shine like the moon almost. Because there's this energy of like the moon and the stars, like you shine like a magical being in a sense. I feel like you're magical, and that's what really makes you glow and radiate, my pile number 3s, as well as your ability to connect intuitively. When you do a good job and someone says you're a star, like I'm hearing that. So for some of you, you do work with those energies, or you are healers in some way with the star card, or you have just naturally that healing energy and intuitive energy of like connecting to the moon, connecting deeply to emotions. And that moon is the feminine energy of emotion, intuition, connecting deeply. You know what I mean? So that is what I'm seeing. And I also think you're honoring your body more, starting to feel safe in your body, because there's this feeling of perhaps some of you went to those higher realms of the third eye chakra and things like that, because you didn't really feel safe in your environment before. So what I mean by this is, like, let's say, when you were younger, if you daydreamed a lot when you weren't in safe spaces, or kind of that energy of dissociation, if you did that a lot when you weren't feeling safe, or just kind of your mind drifted off to other places, that was you kind of going to those spiritual realms to almost feel safe, because that's where your soul knows that feeling of magic and safety and that beautiful energies. Or if you like to read and kind of escape like that, or because we see a book here when you were younger, or if you like to watch movies that were kind of like magical and things like that, that's how you kind of went to those higher realms of those magical energies. I feel like you give off that magical energy of like being a fairy, being a pixie, being a mermaid. That's the energy I feel from you, my pile number 3s. And yeah, now that you're starting to feel safe, I think you're starting to come back to your body, and that is making you glow and radiate even more. The fact that you're now having a deeper connection to your body, but also the higher realms at the same time, if that makes sense. You're starting to feel safe and secure within yourself and how you look and your body and everything about yourself. You're starting to feel safe and secure within your own being. as a human on earth, and that is making you glow and radiate even more because you're creating a deeper connection with yourself, my pile number threes. So that is what I'm seeing, and I think you're a very spiritual pile. There's a lot of spiritual energies here. I feel like some of you have that energy of like with the resurrection here. You have a very strong old soul is what I see, and like there's this energy of nothing can break you. Your soul is really strong and powerful, but now you're starting to feel safe after your own healing as well, because I feel like there have been instances in your life where with the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands, people have almost put this energy onto you in your close relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic, but people have almost put this energy onto you of like taking from you. So I'll use an example from pile number 2, like where people really projected onto them, and the parts that they're kind of insecure about are the parts that really make them glow and radiate. Let's use that as an example. Or let's say people really took you for granted in your life, where they took love from you and didn't appreciate it. But now you're starting to appreciate and pour back into you, and that's making you glow and radiate, because it's like they couldn't appreciate you, so now you're starting to appreciate yourself and realize just because they couldn't appreciate me doesn't mean I'm not valuable. Just because they couldn't see my worth doesn't mean I'm not worthy. You know what I mean? And it's almost put an emotional weight on your back with the Ten of Wands. People doing this, like let's say you were in a relationship and someone lied to you or betrayed to you and cheated on you, or let's say you had friends and then they gossiped about you. There's this energy of people going behind your back in the past and giving you this emotional baggage of some kind. I'm hearing that TikTok emotional damage. Your spirit guides. I don't want to laugh because we're speaking about a sensitive topic, but I think your spirit guides said that to kind of cheer you up. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And I think you're currently healing from that with the star, and you're realizing how strong you are, but also that we shouldn't have to protect ourselves so much to be strong. We shouldn't have to do that. You know, we are strong and resilient people, but we also deserve to feel safe in spaces where we can really glow and shine. You know what I mean? And I think that's what you're starting to do. You're starting to kind of come back home to yourself. I'm hearing that song by Kali Uchis. It's called Coming Home. So the song is, I just want to say the lyrics to you. You're coming back home to yourself is what I'm seeing. So it says here, the lyrics, I'm looking back now thinking maybe I was wrong. I've been so out of place and desperate for so long. I wrote about it, think I made a billion songs, but nothing would ever heal the wound. Now I gotta go, I'm coming home. It's been too long. If they wanna know, tell them I went home, coming home. We got greens and cherry pie. Everyone ain't always nice, but that's because they love you right, and the B word bark when they don't bite at all. Coming home. And then she goes on and says, I know, stop holding me back, quit pushing me forward, keep on moving, keep on moving. I move at my own pace, just leave me alone, 'cause I'm too this and I'm too that. I'm too skinny, I'm too fat, I'm all good because where I'm at, I keep it moving. I'm the sweetest peach to fall, but some don't like peaches at all. I'm too short and I'm too tall, keep it moving. So she basically talks about coming home to herself, a wound that's been very difficult to heal, and now she doesn't care about other people's opinions. Like, I almost want to cry. This energy, I'm just feeling the emotion behind it. Spirit is showing me, and you know, it's kind of this, it's similar to pile number 2, because I did speak about this in pile number 2, but this energy of people will always judge. You know, you can be the sweetest peach of all, but if they don't like peaches, then we can't tell them eat that peach, you know what I mean? Or People will tell you you're too short and the other person's too tall. What do you want from us? Like, we can't control the way we're born. People will tell someone they're too skinny or they're too fat. But everybody is different and unique in their own way. And I feel like crying from this energy, because it's like you're coming back home to yourself and you're realizing that even though people may not like sweet peaches, you're the sweetest peach of them all, and you're gonna go find those people that do like sweet peaches and do appreciate you get what I mean? So there's this energy of you starting to come back home to yourself, feeling safe in your body, feeling safe within yourself, and really appreciating and admiring yourself from all aspects, even the things that you felt were once flaws or other people once told you were flaws. You're starting to heal that self-image of yourself and come back home to yourself, into your body. And also, some of you, I'm seeing you also realize how beautiful your body is. If people try to, because we see a woman covering herself here, if people ever try to tell you to cover up or cover up your body, I think you're realizing how beautiful your body is and how it doesn't need covering up. And with the book here, you're starting to kind of like, I think for some of you with the book, I'm getting the message that some of you are tracking your progress in terms of your healing journey. Some of you write down your psychic insights, or some of you write or journal your feelings, is something I'm seeing, and it's kind of healing to you. Or some of you express your deepest emotions of healing into some kind of creative mode, like writing or singing songs or painting those energies. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, but if you don't, then perhaps that's a message for you if you're drawn to that. But there's this energy of nothing can break you, and that is what makes you really glow and shine and glow as a person. The fact that you're so intuitive and connected to the spiritual realms, to the higher realms, to the magic of the higher realms, but also now the magic of earth, starting to see the beauty on earth and bringing that two together, like the star card. The fact that you're starting to heal yourself and starting to love yourself and come back to yourself is what really makes you glow and radiate. The fact that you're not easy to break, that you will always heal yourself, and that you're so resilient is what makes you glow and radiate. There's 2 gold circles here on both different decks. So there's this energy of you being really pure-hearted, really like this golden energy, like a diamond, and if someone doesn't appreciate that diamond, then they don't deserve that diamond. Like, you're like that energy, okay? I feel like this is also halo energy, so you're very angelic in some way, very pure soul. That's what I'm seeing. For some of you, what makes you really glow and radiate, like I'm seeing your ability to connect deeply to others with the 2 of Cups. Even though you've been through some pain here, your ability to have hope in the world with the Star card, even though people have said ugly and mean things to you in the past, your ability to look forward with this positive energy with the Sun card, and really help yourself feel safe again, to be able to connect with people again, is something I'm seeing makes you glow and radiate, because it takes a lot of courage to connect with others. It takes a lot of strength to connect with others when we have emotional pain, because, you know, we're sometimes scared that it happens again. But I feel like with the Queen of Swords, you've been honoring yourself more and holding more boundaries for yourself more, and not letting people mistreat you. With the Queen of Swords, it's now like you look for relationships where people have the same values as you, same mindset as you. You're also very intellectual with the Queen of Swords, and the book here is something that makes you glow and radiate, and people love to see your mind and communicate with you. But there's this energy of you don't look at feelings anymore for a person. You look at, how does this person treat me? How does this person speak to me? Do they treat me gently? You know, do they are they taking away from the healing I've already done on myself? And if so, I'm cutting them out of my life. That kind of energy. So that is really, really beautiful. My pile number 3 is the fact that you're able to go out there and connect with people again, even after being hurt, and still have hope in the world, still have hope for love, still have hope for friendship. And that makes you really, really strong, okay? And that makes you really, really glow and radiate. The fact that you're healing yourself and having hope in the world still after experiencing darkness, okay? And creating a safe space for yourself to nurture yourself. Okay, with the Sun card, the seal, you know how seals are very playful and funny and they're just like very cute. I feel like that's your energy as well, since the Sun card is showing up. Your smiles are beautiful, your laughter is beautiful when you're in your own magical world, talking about the things that are important to you or mean a lot to you, makes you glow and radiate. When you're out there having fun in the world and loving yourself and honoring yourself, as well as when you're just you just shine, okay, like the sun. And you spread happiness and glitter everywhere you go. Like, that's the feeling I get. You spread rainbows and glitter and sunshine and happiness everywhere you go. And that makes you radiate and glow, because even though people have been unkind to you, you still choose to be kind to the world, okay? I'm seeing that you are also starting to create a lot of wealth for yourself, or a lot of change in your careers, where you kind of feel that anger. How do I put this in words? You know, when you feel your anger towards creating something, it can actually help you a lot. We often don't. People say that we shouldn't do that, but to me, I sometimes do it. Like, if someone says something really mean to me, I'm going to go out there and glow up my life, level up my life, even if it's not in career. I'm going to go out there and do that and kind of like prove them wrong. So, you know, you can put your anger towards those injustices that you've experienced, towards bettering your life and leveling up. I think Cardi B said, I don't need to take revenge on people. I just better my life and the haters are going to see my glow up. Something along those lines. So that's the energy I'm feeling here with the Queen of Pentacles. Like, you're also starting to get rewarded for a lot of the things you've done in the world, for a lot of the kindness you've done in the world. And the universe is giving that back to you in physical things, like physical loves in the world, physical material things that are going to make you happy. You get what I mean? Or just physical things in the world, like affection and love and things like that is something I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing a lot of you start to attract your manifestations and desires and start to harvest those and start to create that in your life, okay? You have a lot of good luck, and that also makes you radiate and shine. The fact that you're so angelic and such a truthful human being makes you glow and radiate. I'm seeing for some of you, you have a lot of beauty, but perhaps you haven't seen it in yourself, and now you're starting to see it. And like I mentioned for pile number 2 towards the end, you're like that rock, and everybody walks past that rock and just thinks, oh, that's a rock. But then one day someone comes along and opens up that rock, and it's a beautiful geode. And I feel like that's you, my pile number 3s. And that's not to say that you didn't glow before, but there's this feeling of, like I said with Kali Uchis' song, if someone doesn't like sweet peaches, they're not going to go after that sweet peach. You get what I mean? But someone came along and noticed that, and that was you. And now you're starting to put yourself back out into the world and glow and shine, okay? That's something I'm seeing. And I'm seeing actually a lot of you in terms of physical traits. I'm seeing some of you have really gorgeous lips, like really luscious lips. Some of you, your noses are really gorgeous, really beautiful. Your hair, if some of you like to wear braids like this, or wear clothes like with the colors purple, pink, and blues and blues, purples, pinks, greens look really good on you. Some of you, maybe even yellows and reds look really good on you. I'm seeing in terms of physical beauty, some of you have like tattoos is something I'm seeing, okay? Some of you have like wavy hair or curly hair, and some of you have straight hair. Some of you have dimples, and that's something people find really beautiful. Some of you have just beautiful smiles. Chins and jawlines is something I'm picking up on. And your fashion style. Some of you have really physically attractive bodies. Like people, I'm still picking up jawline, and your shoulders. Like people find that attractive, and I feel like your face has a nice facial structure. Is what I'm seeing. Or some of you have really cute cheeks when you smile, and your smiles are really beautiful, and that's something people find glowy about you and radiant about you. Some of you, like your skin just looks very radiant and glowy as well, and you have really gorgeous bodies is something I'm picking up on, or handsome bodies. And the way you dress, like the clothes just accentuate your look, even if you don't dress in a way that's so out there. Even if you just wear normal clothes, that's something I'm seeing within your reading. Okay, so that was your reading, my pile number 3s. I really hope that this resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye.